The whispers in Washington have gotten a lot louder. We're seeing alarming new signs of what appears to be Donald Trump's rapid decline, and it's forcing some of the most serious questions about his fitness for office. In this video, we're breaking down the evidence that the White House is desperately trying to hide. What is really happening behind the closed doors of the Oval Office? The official story is one of perfect health and unparalleled vigor. But the visual evidence, the expert analysis, and the increasingly bizarre public behavior tell a story of a man who appears to be in a steep and accelerating decline. A story so alarming that the most serious constitutional questions about fitness for office are being asked with explosive new urgency. The White House wants you to believe everything is fine. On April 13, 2025, they released a glowing report from White House physician Dr. Sean Barbabella, claiming Donald Trump was in excellent health. Trump himself has posted multiple times about acing cognitive tests. It's a picture of flawless vitality. A president, they claim, who is as sharp and capable as ever. But the American people have eyes, and what they are seeing tells a very different and a very disturbing story. Let's start with what is impossible to hide: the undeniable physical signs. And that's where we get to the bruises and the swelling. Since August of 2025, large, dark bruises have been repeatedly spotted on Trump's hands. At first, the official explanation from his physician was that the marks were due to his use of aspirin and frequent, vigorous handshaking. But then came a stunning admission. In an interview with the Wall Street Journal, amid ongoing concerns about his health, Trump himself conceded to taking a higher-than-recommended dose of aspirin, reportedly against doctors' advice. But it gets worse. In July of 2025, the White House press secretary was forced to confirm a diagnosis of chronic venous insufficiency. This is a condition that causes blood to pool in the legs, leading to significant swelling in the legs and ankles, a fact later confirmed by vascular tests. So, we have a pattern: visible, recurring physical ailments, a confirmed vascular diagnosis, and a reported refusal to follow medical advice. This isn't just about a few bruises. It's about a clear and visible pattern of physical issues that the White House can no longer explain away with flimsy excuses. The gaslighting is in full effect, but the evidence is right there for all to see. And it's not just the physical signs that have people sounding the alarm. It's the moments of apparent confusion and exhaustion that are becoming impossible to ignore, and they are happening more and more frequently. First up, the sick and sleepy president. On January 1st of this year, a bombshell report from the Daily Beast described Trump as sick and sleepy. The report cited sources claiming that staff were being told to schedule fewer, more important meetings for him. This directly contradicts the high-energy persona his team projects. A president who needs a reduced workload is not a president at the peak of his powers. It's a president whose staff is trying to manage his declining stamina. This brings us to a moment that sent shockwaves through Washington. On December 2nd, 2025, during a televised cabinet meeting, Donald Trump appeared to fall asleep right there at the table. His eyes were closed for an extended period, his head nodding. The incident was so stark it prompted an astonishing public comment from Representative Sidney Kamlager-Dove. She openly speculated whether Trump's apparent drowsiness could be linked to side effects from Leqembi, a drug used to treat Alzheimer's disease. It's important to state, this is speculation on her part, not a confirmed diagnosis. But the fact that a sitting member of Congress felt compelled to publicly connect the dots between Trump's visible exhaustion, his other reported symptoms, and a specific Alzheimer's treatment shows just how serious these concerns have become. The White House can dismiss it, but they can't erase the image of a president seemingly dozing off while on the job. This seems to be a concerted effort to hide the truth from you. They are counting on you to be distracted, to look away. And that's why we do what we do here. We believe in holding power accountable and fighting back against the constant gaslighting. If you believe in that mission, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. We can only continue to bring you these facts with your support. But the apparent spiral isn't just happening behind closed doors during cabinet meetings. It's spilling out onto the world stage, and our allies are taking notice, expressing a level of alarm we have never seen before. Concerns were voiced by figures like Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez in January 2026, who described Trump's recent actions as increasingly erratic and alarming. Reports suggest that global partners are so concerned that they have resorted to simply trying to ignore the outbursts, a dangerous strategy when dealing with the leader of the free world. This isn't normal political disagreement. This is genuine fear about the stability of the person with his finger on the button. And it's not just politicians. Some medical experts are now speaking out, and what they're suggesting is chilling. Let's look at an alarming expert opinion. Dr. John Gartner, a clinical psychologist, has been publicly analyzing Trump's behavior. It is important to note he has not treated Trump, but he has offered his professional opinion based on public observations. Dr. Gartner has raised the terrifying possibility that Trump's worsening paranoia and rambling speeches could be symptoms of a condition like frontotemporal dementia or malignant narcissism. Gartner argues that what we are witnessing are not just personality quirks, but observable clinical symptoms of a man whose mind may be deteriorating. This alleged mental decline has real-world consequences, which brings us to the Project 2025 connection. On his very first day back in office, January 20th, 2025, Trump signed an executive order to revive Schedule F. This plan allows for the mass firing of tens of thousands of career federal employees to be replaced with loyalists. Critics immediately identified this as a key plank of Project 2025, the authoritarian blueprint for a second Trump term. This isn't just policy. Critics frame it as an act of pure vengeance and paranoia, designed to consolidate power and eliminate any perceived enemies within the government. It's the action of a leader who, as his faculties may be declining, could be getting more obsessed with absolute control, and that is a danger to the very foundations of our democracy. And all of this, the visible physical decline, the cognitive lapses, the expert warnings, and the erratic, paranoid behavior, is fueling an explosive question that the White House is desperate to silence. The question of the 25th Amendment. Let's be very clear about what this is. The 25th Amendment is the Constitution's emergency brake. Ratified after the Kennedy assassination, Section 4 provides a mechanism for the vice president and a majority of the cabinet to declare a president unable to discharge the powers and duties of his office. It is the ultimate safeguard for the republic against a leader who is incapacitated. And right now, the talk around this is growing louder every single day. While Trump's Republican allies in Congress remain silent and his hand-picked cabinet is unlikely to act, critics are sounding the alarm with increasing urgency. People like Dr. Gartner and Representative Ocasio-Cortez are no longer whispering. They are shouting from the rooftops that what we are seeing are signs of a president who may no longer be fit to serve. Even foreign officials are raising the issue. Lars Christian Brask, the deputy speaker of the Danish parliament, publicly questioned if the president is capable of running the United States after his recent erratic behavior. This is what the White House panic is truly about. Their endless stream of excellent health reports, the claims of acing cognitive tests, and the statements of support from allies are not signs of confidence. They are signs of desperation. They are a frantic damage control operation designed to counter what is becoming obvious to anyone who is paying attention. It begs the question, if he is so perfectly healthy, why do they have to work so hard, day after day, to convince us of it? Let's recap the evidence. We have visible, undeniable physical ailments, like the bruises and swelling, stemming from a confirmed vascular condition and a reported refusal to follow medical advice. We have credible reports from inside the White House of a president who is sick and sleepy, and dozing off in critical meetings. We have world-renowned medical experts publicly pointing to symptoms that they believe could indicate severe cognitive decline, including dementia. And we have erratic, paranoid policy decisions that seem driven by a personal vendetta rather than the national interest. The signs are undeniable. The pattern is clear, and the talk of the 25th Amendment is no longer just a fringe conspiracy theory. It is a serious conversation being driven by the alarming evidence of Donald Trump's apparent accelerating spiral. The White House can try to hide it, they can try to gaslight the American public, but they cannot change the reality of what we are all witnessing. What do you think? Are you seeing what we're seeing? Let us know in the comments below. And please don't forget to subscribe and share this video. It is essential that we get the truth out there. We're in this together.